veus, això només ha fet que patir. Això ara ja tindria que fer mig metre o pogut tirar amunt. Ara tot plegat neix, fa 3 mesos que és aquí sota. Però allò almenys és bo.
We've seen 5 foods in particular rise pretty drastically compared to others in the basket. And those 5 are beef, butter, milk, coffee, and chocolate. And when we look at each one of those, what we see is a similar but distinct story. So almost all coffee is produced in climate vulnerable countries, and climate change is intensifying the El Niño weather effect. And El Niño linked droughts in major coffee producing regions like Brazil and Vietnam have caused severe crop stress and major drops in output as a result.
We studied that from so Kunafi. No, you should. Anybody think about it? Everyone what Kunafi do because since you.
If you look at cocoa, again, it's a similar story. So nearly all cocoa is grown in low resilience countries in West Africa. And West Africa has faced a kind of roller coaster of extreme weather over recent years. So it had heavy rainfall, followed by intense drought, followed by a humid and hot heat wave. And this has caused black pod disease to spread amongst the cocoa trees. And it's impacted yields really significantly. And as a result of this kind of roller coaster that cocoa has been through, we've seen cocoa prices triple in 3 years. So in the UK, we expect that prices will continue to rise. So food price inflation, we expect to continue rising until the end of the year. And in fact, the Bank of England has forecast that food price inflation will rise to 5.5% by the end of the year before coming down next year. It does warn, though, that this is contingent on no further climate shocks, essentially. It's not forecasting, it's not in the business of forecasting climate shocks. And if there are additional impacts in production around the world, then this will no doubt push up prices for households, both in the UK but also globally.
Generally, the fact that food inflation is happening is not surprising. And the fact that's happening at a higher rate than the consumer price index, also not surprising. The reason why I don't think it's surprising is if you think about food compared to other economic sectors, food is very exposed to climate-related risks in a way that energy sector isn't, in the way that the mining sector isn't, in the way that many other sectors are not. So essentially, if there are any climate shocks, food will be more exposed, more impacted to it than most other economic sectors.